not the girl that I used to be. Sometimes I'm more than words. I'm beyond what I once was. I don't believe in love, hey, hey. If I want something, I got it, hey, hey. Oh baby, I don't need love me, hey, hey. Cause your love, I cannot buy it. Wasn't real with you, boy. Real, wasn't real with you, boy. You won't give me too much chances. I don't care, I'm fine, I'm fancy brighter. Yeah, 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 oh boy, I'm telling goodbye, I'm telling goodbye. Yeah, yeah, oh boy, I'm telling goodbye, I'm telling goodbye.
Alright, guys. This is where the road runs out. Stops right there by the Prius. There's a little state park. It used to be an old, I think an old corn mill. There's nothing left of it, and you can walk out on the creek and stuff. And I may do that one day, but I'm from Bellevue, Tennessee. I live in Bellevue, Tennessee, and for the last 20 years I've heard stories about a drag strip, an abandoned drag strip, and there's just rumors, all the old heads talking, and but I never saw it. I didn't know where it was, couldn't find it. I've literally, look at the size of that cable. Lord, they really don't want people back here. Yeah, all right. I mean, people come back here and dump stuff. But the interstate's up there. But anyways, so one day I decided to get on the YouTubes and see if I could find this drag strip. And I did some research. Not YouTube's, the interwebs. I just got on the internet, did some research, found out that sure enough, right down the road from where I live was a drag strip, full quarter mile, called Riverside Raceway. I think it's Raceway. And it had been bought by, it was owned by a guy for a long time after it shut down, and he didn't do anything with it. Then the state bought it, supposedly. It says private property, but I'm pretty sure it's state owned. But we're gonna walk down to it, over the river and through the woods to Riverside Raceway we go. See, there's no trespassing sign. It's not private property. There's not two other signs. There's not 6 freaking locks on it. Oh, how low can you go? Okay, somebody's been back here recently clearing stuff out. The grass is cut. Last time I came down it was not this nice. The gravel was not this nice. But basically there's just a bunch of billboards down here, and this is what do they call it, like a floodplain, I guess. So you can see up there that interstate is probably, I don't know, I'd say 60 feet up there from where I am. And I will tell you right now that in 2010 the water over that section of interstate was about 1 to 2 stories tall, and that is probably, the interstate's probably 4 to 5 stories up there. So you're talking water 6 stories deep, where we're walking. And this drag strip was built in the early 50s. It's been a while since I did my research, so I'll remember what I can. It was built in the early 50s. They did have sanctioned NHRA races. Supposedly it's kind of nice back here. Supposedly when they would have the NHRA races, the road to come in is too narrow, and there's a bridge you have to go under, a one-lane bridge. If you have a lifted truck, you can't go through. And so yeah, they mowed all this. Hell yeah. So they would make some way, I don't know where it is, but they would make a way off the interstate. They had cut away a section of the guardrail, and they would section them down. Now you can see right there, that used to be the concessions sign. It was a Coca-Cola sign. It was up there before 2010, but I think the flood probably washed it out. And you can see on the pole right next to it that has intercom on it. I don't know what's over there in the woods, but we got to go this way. So I think this side was spectator parking, concessions. I could not find any pictures of the track. I didn't dig super deep, and I wouldn't know where to dig anyways, but I couldn't find any pictures of the track when it was open. Just stories. And like there's like one shot of two cars at the, I don't know if they're in the burnout box or what, with the, you know, tower behind him, but that was it. And it was probably from the 60s or something. But the track operated from the early 50s to some time in the late 70s, and it closed for a while, and then it opened back up for some small amount of time, and then closed back down indefinitely. It has claimed one life that I could tell, that I could find. A lot of junk out here in the woods. But there's a tower. You used to be able to go in it. I don't now. Because the floor in it's just too rotted. Some cool tagging on it, but this is it, guys. It's a really wide drag strip, you can see, but everything's just grown up and narrowed it real bad. The first time I ever came down here, it was years ago, but none of these trees on the sides were here. None of this stuff in front of the stand was here. All this was cleaned, and but as you can see, it says Riverside on it.
I'm not the girl that I used to be. Sometimes I'm more than words. I'm beyond what I once was. I don't believe in love. Hey, hey. If I want something, I got it. Hey, hey. Oh, baby, I don't need lonely. Hey, hey. Cause the love I cannot buy it. Wasn't real with you, boy. Real, wasn't real with you, boy. You won't give me too much chances. I don't care if I am fancy brighter. Yeah, yeah, oh boy, I'm telling goodbye, I'm telling goodbye, yeah, oh boy, I'm telling goodbye, I'm telling goodbye.
So the pits were over here on this side, parking over here. I don't know if they had stands on both sides. Like I said, I couldn't find any of that. But we're gonna walk for a little bit. It looks like there may be another building back there, which I've never seen before. So we may go check that out. This is something I love to do, is explore abandoned places. And I don't get to do it a lot, and I think I'm the only one that likes to do it out of my friend group, so it leaves me going alone a lot. And stuff like this out in the middle of nowhere like this is not, you just don't want to be alone, you know what I mean? Plus I don't carry, I'm not violent, I can't fight for shit. Oh, I guess that's restrooms. I wonder if I can get in there. Like I said, I have never been here. Yeah, I guess these are old restrooms. I don't know why there's a swing there. I don't think I would trust that. That's awesome. I've been here so many times and I've never seen this building. You can't even see it on Google Earth. So let's see if I can get back out of here. Oh, look, a starter. Big one too. No solenoid on it. I would say probably small block Chevy. I'm not gonna pick it up. It'd be cool if I could find some old race cars out here. But I didn't see any of that on Google Earth either. But I've never been off the track like I am now. But this side of the land is huge. And what makes this, why does that seem like a grave? I mean, that's been dug up and then collapsed in. I've been watching too many crime shows. I'm afraid I'm going to be one of those people that just walks up on a dead body. I'm going to head back to the track because I want to walk the track. This area is just a huge square area. That was the pit. So we'll head back this way. I don't know if people like hunt, fish, or what. You can obviously see it's recently been disturbed a lot. And it didn't look like you were getting a truck down here unless you had 6 different keys for 6 different locks. But I just think this place is cool. So back in the 60s, mid to late 60s, I believe, there was a guy running for championship. I don't know what class or anything, but he had a front engine dragster, Hemi powered. I see some gate left right there, some fencing. As you can see, the pavement goes all the way over to those trees and stuff on both sides, so it's a lot wider than it looks. But so yeah, he had a front engine Hemi dragster. He was running for points. He had some bad luck and had to borrow, I guess he crashed his car, had to borrow a dragster, and then had to borrow a Hemi motor from somebody else. And Story goes that during a qualifying pass, time trial, that the throttle hung wide open and he blew past the gates at 130 or something, which I think back then was pretty doggone fast. I don't know about for that car. For a street car it would have been fast, but he was, needless to say, he was
I'm not the girl that I used to be. Sometimes I'm more than words. I'm beyond what I once was. I don't believe in love, hey, hey. If I want something, I got it, hey, hey. Oh baby, I don't need love me, hey, hey. Cause I love I cannot buy it. Wasn't real with you, boy. Real, wasn't real with you, boy. You won't give me too much chances. I don't care, I'm fine, I'm fancy brighter.
he's a goner. The car just never stopped. And this piece of property is surrounded on 3 sides, so it's basically a peninsula, by a river, Harpeth River. So the river runs basically over that way by the interstate, goes all the way down to, past the end of the track, along a straight stretch, and then goes around the other side of the pits, works its way back up to where we were at that park. And so it floods apparently a lot, but in 2010 all this was 5 or 6 stories under, so I don't know how many feet that is, but it's a lot. But you can still see they still have the light poles and the intercoms and the wiring for it still there. And I think the only thing they really use the actual track for now is to just get the signage trucks down here for the billboards when they change out the billboards. But don't know if my fat ass is gonna walk this whole quarter mile, but I'll go for a minute. So look, somebody cleaned it off right there to see how far over it went. That's another dig spot. I wonder if they're just testing for something. Man, that road, I'm on pavement right here, so that's pretty wide track, but I don't see any remnants of any kind of walls, so I think it may have guardrails, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, it doesn't look like there was any center divider or any side walls or anything. You just, here we go. See, there's
with you, boy. You won't give me too much chances. I don't care, I'm fine, I'm fancy brighter. Yeah, yeah, oh boy, I'm telling you goodbye, I'm telling you goodbye. Yeah, oh boy, I'm telling you goodbye, I'm telling you goodbye.
where they go to change out one of the billboards. Somebody dumped a load of rock. It's a nice place to, if you want to walk and think and blah blah blah. I brought my old dog Cassie down here and we would walk and hang out sometimes. Me and a friend of mine came here in the middle of the night one night. We didn't have anything to do, we were bored, and it was pitch black, and we didn't bring a light, and we walked all the way to the end and back, and on the way back we got separated. And it was kind of freaky because we could hear each other but we couldn't see each other or tell how far away it was or anything. So me look over here. It looks like there's a drop off. It's kind of weird. It is. It's like a little, I don't know if y'all can tell. It's a creek. And I see some rocks built up on the side right there, so I don't know how that worked. Anyways, when we finally found each other, we were standing there and we were talking, and all of a sudden we started hearing stuff in the woods on one side of the track, and we got quiet and we're like, what is that? And then all of a sudden these two armadillos come flying out of the woods, fighting each other, rolling on the ground, tussling, going at it. And we had a phone with the flashlight on it. It wasn't super bright, but we hit them with the light. They stopped. It's like a Disney movie, like a Pixar movie. They stopped, they looked at us and was like, oh crap, and just took off running. Like they was just two little animated armadillos that didn't get along and got in a fight after they stole something, and then realized they were next to humans and just took off running. It was super funny. It scared the crap out of us at first, but when I realized it was just armadillos, I was like, I think we're good. You can see where tracks have been down here. I don't know what for. And then there's all sorts of little places to go off. It's just a cool spot, man. There's a creek on that side of it too. And I see a car broke down up on the interstate. You can see though, it goes for a long ways. I don't know where it stopped at.
I'm not the girl that I used to be. Sometimes I'm more than words. I'm beyond what I once was. I don't believe in love. Hey, hey. If I want something, I got it. Hey, hey. Oh baby, I need love me. Hey, hey. Cause the love I cannot buy it. Wasn't real with you, boy. Real, wasn't real with you, boy. You won't give me too much chances. I don't care if I am fancy brighter. Yeah, yeah, oh boy, I'm telling goodbye, I'm telling goodbye, yeah, yeah, oh boy, I'm telling goodbye, I'm telling goodbye. I'm not the girl that I used to be. Sometimes I'm more than words. I'm beyond what I once was. I don't believe in love. Hey, hey. If I want something, I got it. Hey, hey. Oh baby, I need love me. Hey, hey. Cause the love I cannot buy it. Wasn't real with you, boy. Real, wasn't real with you, boy. You won't give me too much chances. I don't care if I am fancy brighter. Yeah. Yeah, oh boy, I'm telling goodbye, I'm telling goodbye, yeah, yeah, oh boy, I'm telling goodbye, I'm telling goodbye. Chances I don't care if I am fancy brighter. Yeah, yeah, oh boy, I'm telling goodbye, I'm telling goodbye. Yeah, yeah, oh boy, I'm telling goodbye, I'm telling goodbye. I'm not the girl that I used to be. Sometimes I'm more than words. I'm beyond what I once was. I don't believe in love. Hey, hey. If I want something, I got it. Hey, hey. Oh baby, I don't need love me. Hey, hey. Cause I love I cannot buy it. Wasn't real with you, boy. Real, wasn't real with you, boy. You won't give me too much chances. I don't care if I am fancy brighter. Yeah, yeah, oh boy, I'm telling goodbye, I'm telling goodbye. Yeah, oh boy, I'm telling goodbye, I'm telling goodbye. I'm not the girl that I used to be. Sometimes I'm more than words. I'm beyond what I once was. I don't believe in love. Hey, hey. If I want something, I got it. Hey, hey. Oh baby, I don't need love me. Hey, hey. Cause I love I cannot buy it. Wasn't real with you, boy. Real, wasn't real with you, boy. You won't give me too much chances. I don't care if I am fancy brighter. Yeah, yeah, oh boy, I'm telling goodbye, I'm telling goodbye. Yeah, oh boy, I'm telling goodbye, I'm telling goodbye. I'm not the girl that I used to be. Sometimes I'm more than words. I'm beyond what I once was. I don't believe in love. Hey, hey. If I want something, I got it. Hey, hey. Oh baby, I don't need love me. Hey, hey. Cause I love I cannot buy it. Wasn't real with you, boy. Real, wasn't real with you, boy. You won't give me too much chances. I don't care if I am fancy brighter. Yeah, yeah, oh boy, I'm telling goodbye, I'm telling goodbye. Yeah, oh boy, I'm telling goodbye, I'm telling goodbye. much chances. I don't care if I am fencing brighter. Yeah, yeah, oh boy, I'm telling goodbye, I'm telling goodbye. Yeah, oh boy, I'm telling goodbye, I'm telling goodbye. I'm not the girl that I used to be. Sometime I'm more than words. I'm beyond what I once was. I don't believe in love. Hey, hey. If I want something, I got it. Hey, hey. Oh baby, I don't need love me. Hey, hey. Cause your love, I cannot buy it. Wasn't real with you, boy. Real, wasn't real with you, boy. You won't give me too much chances. I don't care if I am fencing brighter. Yeah, yeah, oh boy, I'm telling goodbye, I'm telling goodbye. Yeah, oh boy, I'm telling goodbye, I'm telling goodbye. Chances, I don't care if I am fencing brighter. Yeah, yeah, oh boy, I'm telling goodbye, I'm telling goodbye. Yeah, oh boy, I'm telling goodbye, I'm telling goodbye. I'm not the girl that I used to be. Sometime I'm more than words. I'm beyond what I once was. I don't believe in love. Hey, hey. If I want something, I got it. Hey, hey. Oh baby, I don't need love me. Hey, hey. Cause your love, I cannot buy it. Wasn't real with you, boy. Real, wasn't real with you, boy. You won't give me too much chances. I don't care if I am fencing brighter. Yeah, yeah, oh boy, I'm telling you.